Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti, and we're in, well, we can't go in the Wallace Hotel, Pete, so there'll be no, I hope you bought a couple of stubbies for after the show today.
Disappointing, Darren. I've missed no stubbies.
No beer.
Locked doors at the Wallace pub. We've got the mobile studio.
The mobile studio.
Spinning rain.
Brought to you by, what is it,
Hyundai?
Mitsubishi. Yep.
Mitsubishi back door.
The greatest SUV in the West.
Yep. Anyway, it's doing our job today for us.
How's your week been?
Yeah, good when I can get out of the house. I enjoyed going to the farm Wednesday.
Yep, you did.
Left the noise at home.
You've done some great work there. Lots of videos and photos.
Yeah.
Sure you got some good feedback.
Yeah, we did actually. Yeah, and I reckon Tom.
So if you can't come to the farm,
we'll bring it to you.
We'll bring the farm to you.
And I reckon Tom's enjoyed it too.
Is he?
He's loving a bit of bloody media time.
he fancies himself as Tom Hanks, I reckon.
Yeah, I put him back in his box there at one stage. I said, she's a pretty little thing, or it's a pretty thing or something. And I said, no, not Tom. And I think it was the grey I was talking about. But no, he's enjoyed it, Tom. I think it gives him a chance just to express his thoughts on what they're doing at the farm. So
yeah, exactly. Oh, that's very good work. So you can't get to the farm, so we'll bring the farm to you.
I think next week we've got, I think the weanlings have been weighed.
Yep, they're all in.
And we're going to try and get some vision of them as well. We're going to pick the eyes out of the days though.
Okay.
Thank God we went Wednesday, not yesterday.
Well, I reckon those weaners would be pretty happy to be locked up inside the stables at the minute, Pete, with the weather we've had yesterday, 30 mil, and maybe another big storm tonight. But naughty little boys and girls, Pete, they've been fighting. Tom's had to separate a couple. They weren't getting on at all. So
I did notice yesterday, Wednesday, when we did over at the, what is it? What's the property? Not over the other side. Not Lone Pine.
Yeah,
Timber
paddock. Yep.
The daddy man must have been second best in a few of the arguments.
Yeah,
he's little bites everywhere.
Yeah, he did that. That was Military actually.
Oh.
So we got Military out of there. So he was Military. Once he came good, he was being a real bugger. So we had to shift him. He went down the back with Wally in Siberia.
Yeah, and that I think I explained to the owners. You might be able to get down to the bottom. It might take you there to get back up.
Have you walked up that hill?
Oh, I said to Tom, I'd take 10 seconds to get down and 2.5 hours to get back up.
I'll tell you what, you walk up that hill, you know you've walked up the hill.
I looked at it, I actually showed the vision and thought...
Often clients come to see their horses in that paddock. We use that hill paddock for horses that get too heavy.
Jetty Craig paddock.
Yeah, pretty much to exercise, feed them the top, drink at the bottom. And I can guarantee every time clients come, the horses are at the top of the hill.
Yep.
And I have to go and get them. They don't come down. They just stand there and look at me and say, come and get me if you want me.
I don't know what
most clients don't volunteer to follow me.
No. I don't know what the drop from the top to the bottom is, but it's fairly severe.
Yeah, 20 metres.
Yeah.
20 or 30 metres.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a great paddock for that job. Well, Pete, you've got the runners for last week.
Yeah, we're not...
After a quiet week, what have we got?
Quiet week, not so
Last
good.
Saturday was terrible. Do we have to talk about Saturday?
It's bad enough being in lockdown, Darren, but when your horses run as badly as they did, it's like, gee, what have we done?
Well, I'm going to run you through Saturday. This is pretty much how it unfolded for me. Went out and fed the horses in the morning. Came inside, had breakfast, went out and done a few jobs. Came inside about 10 minutes before Mad of Mischief. We was our first runner.
Yep. With
the idea that I'd sit on the couch and watch all three. After watching Mad of Mischief go 400 metres and stop like it was shot and run very disappointingly, I decided I'd go straight back outside for an hour and do some work and torture myself. Yeah, she went terrible, just over the top, Pete, just not the same horse.
No.
I think Archie said afterwards that, you know, probably in hindsight, if it wasn't such a important race, you probably wouldn't have went there, you probably would have went to the paddock. So we're all guilty of rolling the dice.
I'm going to say it's one of those things where you just have a crack, don't you?
Yeah, I can't remember what I did then, but I think I had a hammer. I didn't break it.
I was going to say, no self-infliction.
So then I thought, well, we better come. Is that right, or did Write Your Name go first?
No. Oh.
No, actually, I think it was Write Your Name that went first.
Yeah, so you must have went out after the big pull.
So he's in the market. He's a winning chance. He goes to the lead, and as soon as he got tackled on the outside, the old white flag went straight up, and he just said, I've had enough, and dropped back through the field. That's right.
Yeah.
So I thought,
that's when you grabbed the hammer.
That's when I went outside with the hammer and banged in a few tree stakes. And then I came back in and watched Madam Mischief, and that just made me more determined to go back outside.
So you got a lot of trees planted, or a lot of stakes?
I got a lot of work done, but it was a disappointing day at Bendigo. And I thought, well, at least now we've got Southern France in the Tancred. He's been working well. He's a top 3 chance.
You had an hour and a half to cool down.
Hour and a half outside. I can't remember what I was doing. And came inside, had a shower, got changed into some clean clothes. Liz wouldn't let me in the house.
You're ready.
And I thought, well, this is going to be good.
Ready to party up.
And the plan was to go forward, sit outside the leader because there was no pace in the race. And look, after they'd gone, I don't know, 600, I'm thinking, how good's this?
Yep.
He's travelling beautiful. There's no tempo. You know, he's going to be able to kick here, and they're going to be hard to run down. Well, as soon as I thought that, he come off the bridle. One of Chris Lee's came around and put some pace into the race for the other horse, and we just went straight back through the field.
He was gone. Yep.
And as I said, as soon as that horse came around, he kind of got a bit angry, the horse, and started wanting to go, and mucked up his breathing and mucked up his action, and
rhythm, the whole lot went.
Just went, and he was gone from travelling like a winner to flat out beating the ambulance home, Pete. Yeah. Now he's pulled up with a couple of issues, so he'll be turned out. Now, one thing I'll tell you about Southern France, in my opinion, he's had 5 starts for us. The only day he looked like a superstar, he was on a good 3 and he won the zipping. He was back and he flew down the outside and smashed him and ran 33 and change. That's the only day. And when we bought that horse, they did tell us he was a real firm track horse. Yep. So we're going to put him away. He's going to be gelded. Yep. He's going to have a bit of arthroscopic work done on cleaning up a few minor niggling issues. Yep. And we're going to try and get him back for the Melbourne Cup, if there is a Melbourne Cup.
Yep. A revamped version. He's only a young horse, Darren.
He is only a baby.
He's not a 7-year-old.
No, he's not like Dan on those horses. He's a young horse. So we just got to tune him up. And he's getting a bit heavy, and obviously being a bull, heavy in front, causing a few issues with his knees and joints. So we just got to stop. He can't get any bigger, Pete. He's big and strong. So.
And it's basically it's not a temperament issue, because he's a beautiful horse in that manner.
But he's going to bust himself. He's going to do a knee, a tendon, or a joint.
And then we won't have a horse.
Then we won't have a horse.
Yeah.
And look, we bought him for the Melbourne Cup. We bought him for the good races, and he's not going to be a stallion. So let's get on with it.
And like you said, we've seen what he can do. We've seen the times he can run. You don't just do that once.
No, give me good 3s.
Yeah.
Good 3s in. So I don't know what happened to the rest of Saturday. It was a bit of a wipeout. I think the bar might have got a flogging after that, Pete.
It got opened early, 4 o'clock openers. But look, that's racing.
I had no one to winch to because we're in lockdown.
Yeah. Did Liz? Liz,
I think I don't know what she did. I think she went and done the ironing. So that's how good she was going.
Sort of like, I know. It was flat for a while, very flat at home. Flat at home, and anyway, that's racing.
That was a terrible day.
You couldn't
That'd
get
be one of the worst days. I think I text you and go, well, that's a shit day.
I think I said something like, you couldn't even predict that. What do we? I think last and second last.
Well, mate, I thought Write Your Name had run top 3. I thought Madam Mischief ran a cheeky race. I wasn't Southern France on the wet. I was a little bit concerned. 2400, I was a bit concerned, but I thought he'd weigh in.
He was well liked up there.
I thought he'd weigh in.
Yeah, he was 15s into 11s, and I know Ron Dufficy and the girl that does that was her second pick at the yard.
Yeah, in the yard, I saw that.
So
Lizzie Jelfs.
Yeah, so I mean, there was a lot of smart people liking the fact, and look,
we didn't have a run on Sunday, did we?
Yes,
did we?
We did.
Oh, that's right, Street Baby.
They'd ridden upside down to try and counter the fact that she was still at 1100. And the fact that Hamilton can play a bit leaderish. Anyway, look,
one of my favourite tracks.
She ran well under the circumstances. It never worked. The tactics probably didn't work in the end. But to her credit, she only got beaten 2 legs.
No, I thought the run was, given it was 1100. We know she's a miler.
Yep.
So look, she's had a second run under her belt now. Yeah. Everyone would have been probably a little bit disappointed there because she faded late. But she's a horse that needs to settle midfield back and peel out and hit the line, and she'll probably go to 13 or 14 now, and then eventually she'll get out to a mile, whether it's this prep or next prep. She's only a baby.
Certainly going to have a look.
She's only had 2 starts, so I think she might be looking at stall 1300.
Yeah, and that's not an ideal track for a run on horse, but just getting her out to 13 and just riding a cold.
I think she's got ability.
Yeah, there's no doubt, no doubt. So we had nothing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we had a couple of runners. And
was that at Sandown?
at Sandown we had...
There was a bit of an eye catcher there, Pete.
Oh, I like the run. Here the Fox.
Here the Fox.
She drew a gate. 3 and 4 wide without
Just give
cover.
me 13 or 1400.
Yeah. Well, there was nothing there, and now we're looking for a 1400, benchmark 64, draw a gate. She's got to be hard to beat.
Oh, very much.
And the impressive part about it, it looked like she was going to run 7th or 8th, and then I think it was the thing of Hayes come outside her, and she went again.
Yeah, she was back. And
she wasn't entitled to keep going.
She was looking for a run, and then when she got going late, I don't know
Yeah.
what she ran the last 200 in, because we haven't looked up the sheets, but her last 200 would have been as quick as anything on the day, I reckon.
And off the worst run in the race.
And she just charged the line. What'd she get beat?
1.5.
1.5, and I reckon another 50 yards, she'd be 1.5 in front.
Yeah, no, she's good. And look, I think I can remember right back to when Damien Lane rode her first start, that he said she's got good ability.
Yeah.
And obviously she had a few little issues.
Well, she actually, what happened there? She had a chip out, I reckon.
Yeah,
and then I reckon she had a shoulder issue, like not a fracture, but
yeah, she had a lot of. Well, she had
she had some issue with her
2
shoulder.
years was weary.
I reckon she was locked up in my yard at home for about 6 months, 9 months.
Yeah.
And I remember Tom saying, "This horse will never race again."
Got a wrong, Tom.
You can ask him about that next week.
Well, that race at Geelong, we've looked back at it. I can't remember their names, but they've won 300, 200, 100,000. So it's coming out now. I mean, she's rising. She's might be 5, rising 6, but she's still got. You know, she's got some good racing ahead of her. Yeah.
Just get me to 1400 in town.
And great patient job Mitch has done with her, I reckon. So
he's not a bad trainer.
There you go, all right.
You know.
Can't wrap him up too much. His next one ran last, Captain Harry.
Well, we knew that was bad. But
no,
he's a wet tracker, isn't he?
He needs the miles in his legs.
Yeah,
needs
we're just getting him ready for the winter.
Needs a mile, and just get him familiar with Sandown again, where he has one in the city. So
yeah, no, he's just warming up, Captain Harry. He's had what, a couple of runs now?
No, that's he's had 2 trials and that run.
So he's had a couple. Yeah, he's warming up. I think he was supposed to go to Warrnambool or Sandown or somewhere, but I see Warrnambool's back to 2 days, Pete.
I was going to say that
1 day jumps, 1 day flat.
They basically got rid of 8 or 9 benchmark races and just condensed all the good races. So it actually makes it a good 2 days. Like they'll be all really good races. There's a day of jumps.
No crowd though.
A day of jumps, and then a day of where you got the Cup, the Wangoom, that good handicap race.
The Vobis race.
The Vobis race. So it's like 2 city meet, or a city meet and a jumps meet. So
I just wonder what happens though to all those other horses that have been in work since Christmas that were all aimed towards there.
They said they're going to program on the other day, which is the Thursday. Another club will get that meeting. It'd be good if it was well, it'd be good if it was in the Western District.
Because a lot of those Warrnambool trainers, little blokes, you know, Peter Chow,
put their hand up. Why would they?
Yeah, Pat Ryan, a lot of those blokes, they just train. Quinton Scott, they just, that's what they want to do. Win a race at Warrnambool. I feel sorry for them.
The little blokes are probably the blokes that have got those benchmark horses.
What's the justification for going back to 2 days? Like, where's the logic?
I don't know. I don't know
either.
I don't know. I just read.
I get it if they want to keep jumps jockeys and flat jockeys separate. And maybe they don't want them staying in Warrnambool overnight, so they don't have 2 days.
Maybe that's the big thing, because they have been isolating them. There was a gap of 45 minutes there last week, which gave the stewards time, the jump jockeys times to shower, get out of there.
45 minutes?
But between...
They're worse than Liz.
Yeah, no, but then they actually sanitized, disinfected all the scales area, the whole lot, so they could start with the flat races. Maybe that's a reason. I don't know.
I reckon they don't. The only thing I could think is, okay, separate the jumps jockeys from the flat riders, and they don't want them staying in town overnight or getting on the drink.
That's a point. Well, they can have their first up, so they can. Well, they can't go anywhere to get drunk anyway, Darren. They've got to get drunk by themselves. Yeah,
but they could, 10 of them get in the back of a car.
3 drinks.
In the back seat. They're all fit.
3 drinks in
there.
Hey,
you'd fit 12 in your car.
Well, Shane Jackson, they're a bit tall.
Oh, yeah, he might. Him and Jamie might.
But anyway, it's interesting. Anyway. They've made the call, so...
Alright, so after Hamilton, where did we go? Sandown, then what happened? Pakenham.
We perched up in our lounge room for Pakenham last night.
How good was the weather there?
Well, that's one time... Well, I don't like Pakenham anyway, but that's one time I'm glad I wasn't there.
It bucketed, didn't it?
Jesus. Had black.
Yep.
So we had La Pietra first up.
Yeah, she was first up. She was terrible last prep as a younger horse. Like, she's a Piero. It cost a bit of money.
She was ridden every which way she could too.
She had 3 starts last prep. I reckon there's more weight on some of those good greyhounds than she had last prep.
Yeah.
But she ran good first start, and then I think her last 2 runs tapered off. But she came back. She looks like a different horse now.
She travelled
She's matured.
well.
She travelled on the bridle, and she peeled out. And she run 5th?
She's only beaten a length and a half, 2 lengths.
And she needs more ground.
Yeah.
Like, she's bred to run a mile, so she looks like she could be in for a good prep.
Jai was happy with her, Jai McNeil, so she felt good in her action and everything. Had a good blow.
You could see she wanted to win, but she was just a bit flat-footed.
Well, at the 200, I was trying to line them up because she was the lightest.
She
looked
like
might be in the race.
And
just
condition gave out because Griffo didn't have it fit enough.
Back on that topic. Been hard though, he's been locked up, Griffo. It's pretty hard to train when you're locked up.
Having a look at it in his legs, he's been locked up in the pantry.
I'll leave that one alone.
Well, either that or his wife tumble-dried his shirt in hot conditions.
If he was in the pantry, he would have slammed the door the next race. Hasseltoff.
Should have won.
Yeah, should have won. He can't win 2 maidens, but he's certainly been on the wrong end of the luck stick.
He's a very, very nice horse, and the horse that beat him, it's got city form, hasn't it?
Last 2 starts have been second at Sandown.
They've gone there for a big kill and run into us. They'd be thinking, oh no.
Well, they probably thought they were going to be $1.50 chance.
And we're $1.95.
Yeah, so they had the tactical advantage that they were a leader. Yeah. And we just got...
Well, we were 3 back defence, and look, like, I thought he rode him... It's hard to be critical, but I'm going to be. But to me, he almost rode him like he was just going to win. Yeah. And he just sat there and travelled and travelled and travelled, and then we went, all right, I'm going to go now. And he went out and went, uh-oh, I can't go there. I'm going back into the worst part of the track. And then, I've got to push through here. And then it opens up, and then he goes, whooshka, to miss by...
half head.
That much?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a tricky post there, because you can't see it. You think, where is it?
The angle, you can't see it, can you? Yeah. I just
Simon Marshall explained it the same way. He reckons he was looking to come to the outside, meaning he stayed back a bit further than he would have normally. Yeah,
because he had to have that clearance.
I reckon if you had an experienced horse, you would have had that horse up in there.
I would have had its nose in there.
Breaking it open.
Because I'm such a talented rider, but I would have had its nose up there. Well, I would have been half a length closer and I would have won.
And more than likely, inexperienced horses would run away.
But he's a nice horse. And
mate, no.
If he's $1.95 last night, if he goes to the races over a mile next start,
$1.40,
and he gets beat, he will be Australia's leading money muncher.
$1.40, yeah.
But for those people out there that are in that horse, Hasseltoff, like, you've got an exciting young horse here. He's nowhere near mentally ready. He's nowhere near physically ready. He's doing this on raw ability.
9 months away.
And boy, oh boy, I want to see what he develops into in 2021. And maybe we just don't want to win too many races at the moment when you can't be there. Yeah, maybe we're better off waiting until you
I hope he's not going to wait 6 months to win his maiden. He started 50s on debut and $1.90 second start.
Yeah, well, it sums it up, doesn't it?
But he's a good horse. He's a nice horse. And
Turak Toff out of, what's the mother called? Hoop, the late Hoop. And
she'd be proud of the boy.
They know how to get a good horse, those blokes. They were in True Jewels.
Ah, righto. So
which tells you that they're very old.
Or patient. Yeah.
All right,
nice horse going forward. That was it.
So what happened today?
Tonight.
Cranbourne.
Yeah, tonight, Lord Lennox.
Oh, yes.
Was scratched from last night.
Can he run top 5?
There's 6 in it.
Oh, is there?
Oh, was there 5 in it?
Is there? I don't know.
Well, there's not many in it.
He's
anyway.
$4, Pete.
Yeah, I think.
Hasn't raced for what?
Oh, it was big June last year. I seen him win at July.
He's a good horse.
Yeah.
He's been gelded.
I think the wet track factor and starting over a mile, a few punters might think that Griffo's got this one fit.
He can't get him fit first up, mate.
I thought Robbie said it just can't win. We need to kick off.
See, I told you.
Yeah, well.
When's the last time you had a horse win first?
Matty Allen was 61 and a half.
61 and a half.
Just good to see him back.
What is it? A benchmark 58 or something?
No, it's 61. Oh, it might be actually. Yeah. Good look.
Well, he's gelded.
64. Haven't the weight's been risen yet for the jockeys? The 2 kilo weight?
Yeah, I think they have.
Yeah, so it's probably a 64.
So I suppose the horse is an import, country cup style of horse, but got a lot of talent.
Well,
was very, very naughty before he got gelded. He had the Griffith stable covered. They couldn't. You know gelding, you reckon?
Well, I should have been naughty when I was 21.
You want to trim down a bit?
Yeah, trim down.
Anyway, he's look. I don't know if he can win first up, but he's a handy horse when he's right.
Well, he's in the right time of year to push through for a good winter prep if at all.
Wouldn't surprise me if he put a couple together in the winter.
Saturday.
All right.
We did have 3 runners. We got 2. Serious Deal was in at Werribee, but he's going to Ballarat Monday, so we'll talk about him in a minute.
Yep.
We got Yogi up at Randwick in the Chairman's Cup, I think it's called, over 2,600. A lot of debate about where he was last.
Who rides it?
Nash Ruella, riding 1 over. But I think we'll take Nash's strength for the fact that a jockey that has to waste to get to 55.
Yeah.
Good strong rider at 56. Bit of conjecture where Yogi is, but we've sort of been a little bit of maths, a bit of homework done in regards to his sectionals, which were really good in comparison to where he was, and in comparison to the Golden Slipper. He ran home really well, just had no open winning from where he was. So hopefully, the 2,600, and the other factor is he's not going to be on a glue pot, a drying wet track, if that makes sense, because it's meant to rain tonight.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a slow track that's going to be a wet slow track, opposed to a drying slow track. Yeah.
Well, look.
$30. $34.
Yogi's been a great horse for 4 years. He's been a fantastic animal for 4 years.
A war horse.
He's had no luck this prep. Like, goes to Adelaide, gets scratched on supposed action. Goes up there, they walk. He's out the back.
The Valley Run, no hope.
Nah, out the back. They go slow, and he gets beat 8.3, and everyone wants to can him, Pete. Well, I can tell you something, guys.
And the trainers.
Now, maybe you're right. Maybe we should be canning the horse. Maybe after this race, if he goes no good, we will retire him. We won't race him, but if he goes no good Saturday, we will retire him. But I'll tell you one thing, like Pete said, he was way back on bad ground, on a track that was wet, that's drying out rapidly. They call it a glue pot. A lot of horses don't handle it. I've had plenty of them walk away disappointed, and then you find out that they're sticky, and a lot of horses don't like it.
He wasn't the only example that
a lot of jockeys said the same. He got beat 8.3. He's run home in 34.3 for his last 600. 34.3. Turn your attention to the Golden Slipper, a speed race. Prague runs second. Runs home in 34.23, I think it was.
Overall difference.
Like a head difference. Here's a Golden Slipper horse running down the centre of the track over 1,200, running pretty much the same time for the last 600 as Yogi. So how fast would Yogi have had to run to make up 6 lengths and flash home? He would have had to run the fastest 600 at that track on that day by a full second. Not going to happen.
And in those conditions.
Not going to happen. Now, times don't lie. So if he's run home the same time as the Slipper horse that ran second, he's going all right.
Yeah.
Now, he's $30 tomorrow. He might run no good. There might be no pace on. We can't control that. But I'll tell you what, if there is a bit of speed on, and we're right with what we're saying, and he's on a proper wet track, and don't worry about how wet it is. That day at Warrnambool, it was a heavy 88, and he charged home and just got beat in the cup. So
that's the type of track we're going to be looking at tomorrow.
If he's anywhere near right, if he's anywhere near right, and there's anywhere near decent pace in that race, he might just give him a fright. I'm not saying he can beat Funstar and those sort of horses, but he might run a creditable 3rd, 4th or 5th.
If you forget Moonee Valley, where he couldn't win in that slowly run race with the Waller horses dictator in the last run, his run at Caulfield first up at the times, I think he had 4 of the best last sectionals.
Yep.
So if his form's still right, we get the right luck. $34, $8 a place.
Well, the whole problem with him is he gets back.
Yeah.
He gets way stupid back, and if there's no speed in the race, it's bloody impossible. Yeah. He can run good times and look like he's useless.
It doesn't matter how strong the jockeys are.
So anyway, that's my rant, Pete.
Yeah, no, look.
He's overs. He's a sneaky place chance.
At his best, he's well and truly overs. But I mean, they go. The experts and the bookmakers and the corporates go by form, and they're not seeing much. You know.
No.
There's other horses in there with better form.
Look, if you didn't own the horse, you wouldn't be backing him because you'd be going. He gives him too much of a start and needs too much to go his way.
Yep. Alright, we'll go to Caulfield, where at the moment we have My Shiny Choice, second emergency, but there's already been a scratching, so we're sitting and waiting for one more to scratch. Now there is 6 horses nominated for next Wednesday. A couple have drawn wide, so we just need one of those to drop out. He gets a run, he's currently $26.
Do you know who those trainers are that got dual acceptors?
I already rang one and they're staying in. Rang Mars.
If you could give us a list of the trainers and send it through to Max and Adele Blackiston,
yeah, they'll get on it.
I'm sure they'll get down to that stable and grab that horse
We only just need
and
to
kidnap it.
only need to open the box.
Because they got nothing to do, they're locked down.
Well, if they open the box up and
Adele can't clean a pantry anymore. She's done it 4 times this week.
Max can't bowl.
She just moves those 3 cans of baked beans and spaghetti into different places, Pete.
Max is bowling up the corridor, up the passageway. So we need a scratch, and these are $26 chance with Yendel on gate 4. Roll forward. It's a benchmark 78.
How much is he? 20 what?
$6. He might shorten if he gets a run.
Yeah, he got to. He's been good this prep.
Should have.
He's going better. Like this would be his best prep, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Because he's running 78s and he's been competitive.
Well, Right Name beat him at Ballarat, and then he was 3 and 4 wide the trip at Geelong.
Should have had him at a Bendigo last week. He would have beat Right Your Name easy.
Would have got his revenge.
Would have smashed him.
Well, he would have sat outside him. Well, that's a point.
Why didn't he run him?
Williams, Matty.
Bendigo too far?
Don't know. He might think it's in New South Wales. But look, hopefully he can get a run because he'll run well. If you're going to go to town and have a crack at the city race, Yendel.
Oh, Yendel.
Remember him?
Still about.
Remember him?
He hasn't retired?
No.
Okay.
I was going to FaceTime him if we've actually put some vision up, but you just don't know what he's going to say.
Can't have him live.
Can't have him live.
No, this is a family program.
So that's Saturday, Sunday nothing. Ballarat on Monday, and I mentioned Serious
What
Deal.
happened to race-free Mondays, Pete?
Corn.
That's done.
Well,
how come we have race-free Mondays in the best part of the year and then we come into winter and we have Monday racing in the worst part of the year? Not that we can go.
Maybe the current environment, they're just needing to get a bit of turnover, Darren. I don't know.
Seems strange.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got Ballarat on Monday.
Got a runner?
I might go up to the fence and look over the fence. Can I do that?
I don't know. You could dress up as a tree. You could just put a tree suit on and just stand out in the middle of the track like in the grandstand. And someone will say, oh, I didn't know that tree was there.
Well, it's moved. At the 150.
What would they do if we walked up and dressed up as trees?
What can we dress up?
You can be a big tree and I'll be a little tree.
Well, we might actually dress up as...
stompers.
No, the track walkers thing.
Yeah, stompers. Yeah,
just slip in the back gate there. So, back on track. We've got Serious Deal there. Now, Matt
You can
Kamani,
tell we've been locked up. We're going
yeah, we're going silly. Yeah, got the pub behind us making us go
Can't
silly.
get a drink.
Matt Kamani decided to scratch from Werribee, where we drew 15, to go to Ballarat. Positives are we've probably got a little... I think he goes all right in the wet tracks, but positives are we'll have a better track with a senior rider on.
Home track.
And a better gate, yeah.
Gun rider, Jay Allen.
Jay Allen.
How many times do you reckon he's knocked us off this year?
She's riding well still, isn't he?
10.
All those people
cost us 10 races.
I love the ones that goes a flash in the pan, hasn't got weir anymore. He's riding winners for a lot of different stables.
He's a good rider.
Yeah, no, good rider. So he'll suit that horse. Benchmark 58.
His run was good at kiting the other day.
Should have won. Well,
should have won. Ooh.
No, not on the kid. He was 3 wide.
You've been locked up for a while.
So he gets his chance to win another race. Jaden Lloyd.
Yeah.
Young kid Lloyd. He was on him at Werribee.
So he's been dragged.
Well, I think the gate 15 gave him an excuse.
He's been dragged.
And Fact or Fable is back to Ballarat. She ran there, she'd be a month ago now, but in between time, I think she rolled an ankle.
Yeah, well.
And she's probably going to need this.
I'm not a fan, Pete.
Of her or?
No.
Well, she might be at the crossroads. Gee, she showed a lot earlier, that filly, didn't she?
Yeah, just disappointing animal.
So I think she'll run well over 14, but she's missed a bit.
I thought she doesn't handle the wet.
Well, this is what we're hoping, that it'll be alright. It'll be alright at Ballarat. Drains like hell there. And that's all I know, because those fields aren't out yet. Sorry, yes they are. Fact or Fable, what's she? That's right, I don't know the jockey, sorry.
No jock.
Yeah. After that, Tuesday is Bendigo, no runners. Wednesday is the Benalla meeting. It was today that's been switched to Benalla. Switched to Wednesday. Chipper was square from the Mars stable.
This will be a first starter, Pete.
Yeah. Jacklebury.
You saw a trial the other day.
Yeah, and a lot of people would have, because it was made official.
Are you going to give the owners anything?
Well, the owners seen it.
What about the rest of our owners?
It led and won by 4. Jackalbury, it was only a 1,000-metre trial.
Looked impressive.
Yeah.
Won a trial in New Zealand. We bought it with the Master camp, and yeah, it's debuting Wednesday at Benalla at this stage. Looks above average.
6 months ago, I won a trial at Ararat, and its legs were going everywhere. I thought, oh, geez, if this thing can get it together.
It's a big raw bone thing, isn't it?
So
yeah, Benalla, yeah, all right.
Benalla or Kilmore.
Oh, please don't go to Kilmore.
They're leaning towards Benalla.
Thank God for that.
Other horses nominated next week. Whitemore, I think he missed a run at Bendigo. He might have got balloted out because he's a 61 rider, and I think it was only 61 rider in the field. Only one 61 rider. Crackerjack Lady's been nominated, but they're going to give her another week to get over the other week. And Road to Fate's been nominated.
And Serious Suspect next Saturday?
No, it's Saturday week.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there was a 1200 next Saturday, but the actual Vobus Gold race is the 18th.
Oh, right.
So Saab might have to trial again. He had him all.
Oh, maybe he was going to do 2 trials.
Well, I don't know whether Paul Barrow
Can't read a calendar.
It's not in Greek.
Oh, Greek. Is he Greek? He's not Greek.
What's he?
Don't know, they're all the same.
Anyway, he's up and about Sabi because he's got his gun back.
Yeah.
So it's actually tomorrow fortnight.
Oh,
$250,000 Vobus race.
No, they take 20% off now, so it's only 200 grand.
We've got something else going there too. Oh, right, your name's going to a race there.
Please.
So they're going to put Thomas Stockdale on.
That'll go well. Good. Can't wait. Don't know what I'll do that day.
Now, Darren, before we went on air,
yes,
you come up with a good idea, I reckon. I was thinking it, but never said it out aloud. We might get people involved again.
We're going to have a new competition, Pete.
While they're all sitting at home on their couch.
We're going to have the lockdown tipping comp.
There's no end in sight because it's going to go until the lockdown's over.
Yep, we're going to run this weekly tipping competition until the end of lockdown. Now, I have to come up with a really good prize for when we get out of lockdown, because when we get out of lockdown, like, everyone's just going to go feral, Pete.
Might have to be
pubs, clubs,
holiday,
golf courses, everything. I don't know.
And I reckon we have to come up with something a bit different than what we had. Might be a knockout competition or something too involved in it.
Well, the way that you lot punt, it'll be over in 3 weeks.
So we're not starting.
What do you want to do? Last man standing or something?
As part of it.
Let's have a think about it.
But
we're not starting Saturday. We're going to start Saturday week.
Yeah. So there might be one part of it is tip your winner. If it wins, you keep going. Otherwise, you get knocked out. And
maybe you can't tip the favourite.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But you might have to declare who the favourites are. I don't know.
We're
going to have a think about it. We're going to have the lockdown tipping comp.
Lockdown tipping comp.
The lockdown knockdown tipping comp. Until we get out of lockdown. So we don't know if this will go for 6 months or 18 months. And we're going to invite Scott Morrison to join in.
ScoMo.
Why not?
Good ScoMo.
We've got his Twitter handle there.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he reads it?
Probably not. But Trump reads his.
He'd have to have 30 people reading it, wouldn't he?
30. I reckon he's done a reasonable job under the circumstances.
I reckon he's lucky. He's got a background in marketing because he knows how to sell it.
Yeah, he's pretty good at selling it. I love his press conferences. Now, Mark, you just wait a minute. Now, we'll go to you and make it short. And he's a bit convincing.
You know what I reckon?
What about Andrews? Is he convincing?
You know what I reckon?
What?
I reckon Shorten and Albanese be thinking, thank God we haven't got this job this year.
Doesn't it make the bushfire seem like a long time ago?
Look, I've got to say, I really do feel for those bushfire victims. You know, they've been forgotten.
Absolutely.
Just forgotten. And, you know, those poor people that had those sort of businesses that relied on the tourist. They lost December, January. They would have been thinking, February, March, April, we might get something.
Right up to Easter,
Might get something. And now they've copped this. So, gee, everyone's doing it hard, but I really do feel for those people. I feel, even Pete, I feel for all the backpackers and kids that have come out here for Australia for a holiday, and they've probably all had those retail jobs and they've all had to go home, or presumably if they had the money they went home. I don't know what happened to the others. But
there's the other side of it too. I was looking on the news, the homeless down there where they all congregate under a bridge, they've all been told to spread out and sleep out basically in the open to get away from each other.
We're coming into winter, mate.
Oh, jeez.
So what do? die of that virus or die of pneumonia.
One thing that we were talking about it last night at home is if you knock on the doors just to find out if you're living in your, you're in your right residence, whether how many mistresses or all that might have been flushed out.
Well, there was a bit of a thing there about the brothel world there on the front page.
I did read that. They were doing home deliveries, were they?
Oh, mate.
They can't come to the brothels, and the brothel was going to you.
There's going to be, not me.
No, figuratively speaking.
Jesus. Settle.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I suppose there's going to be a fair bit of that underground stuff going on. It'll probably get worse as it goes on, but you know, I know a lot of the kids that are doing uni studies online, Pete, are really struggling because, you know, they watch a tutorial and there's 300 watching and they can't even ask a question. So, you know, for these kids that are in their final year,
it's tough.
You know, their marks set the rest of their career.
Yeah, couldn't have happened at a worse time for some of them.
So, you know, it's going to be tough on a lot of people. But anyway,
it's affecting people.
We're all involved, we're all feeling it, and we're just trying to push on.
So one of our horses can bring a smile to a few faces this weekend or
be nice,
next week.
A couple of wins, and I can tell you,
doing a Yui in the middle of Wallace.
Mate, that's a big semi-trailer.
That was a good effort, hey?
Would have just dragged half the tread off his tyres, that bloke. You see it all here at Wallace, don't you? At least we had no one walk through the middle of the camera today, Pete.
Yeah, well, I did watch
We told him to stay 1.5 metres away.
Well, who was it? Mark Stevens, the AFL reporter, doing a live cross. I think it was at AFL House, wherever, and a streaker ran by.
Oh, yeah, I saw that streaker.
So we won't get any streakers here.
No, but if you want to volunteer, give us a call. All right, well, till next week, we'll soldier on, and let's hope tomorrow's better than last Saturday. That's all I can say.
Couldn't be any worse.
Off we go back home, Pete, to our dearly beloved.
Yeah, they've missed us. What, half an hour without us?
Hey?
Half an hour they've missed us for.
I've never seen you so pleased to get out here and do ATB-TV. It's like, yeah, I want to do it.
I left the kids. Beck was working, actually. Beck's got a job out of this.
That's good.
Stacking supermarket shelves. She's never been happier.
Really?
Never been happier. Absolutely. Yeah. So, there you go.
You've got to do what you can do in these times.
Yep.
Till next week, I'm Darren Dance with Peter Morganti. And I can't believe he didn't bring an esky.